Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out Walkthrough Level 13 Core Instability for LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes. We are getting pretty close to the end of the story mode here, which is nice. We had just fought off the Joker Stater on top of the buildings after the City Hall shenanigans, is what we'll call it. And basically, right off the bat, we start off, we hop on our Batmobile, and we drive right over to where the Joker Stater is for hopefully our last encounter with him. Alright, so this is a bonus level, really. It's not. It's obviously part of the game. But this one, you actually get all 10 mini-kits. All 10 mini-kits. Can you believe that? So we get 10 mini-kits, and guess what? Nah, I'm not going to tell you. You'll just have to wait and see. We do have to get a 90,000 stud pile in order to get the superhero requirement for this time. So once we start off here, we've got quite a few things we need to take into note here. We have to destroy the truck right off the bat. That's going to be your first mini kit. Okay, then we have a series of spotlights. There are 10 of them altogether. We're going to need to bring down all 10. So the fact, here's the big thing. Here in a minute, we're going to see a silver box. We can shoot that at any point, and a building will fall, and it will kind of hurt the robot, and it will allow us to damage him. We don't want to do that yet. We want to make a couple laps and get all of our stuff that we have. So there is a couple of billboards. There are 2 billboards, and there are the 10. See, there's one of the silver ones. Don't shoot that yet. There's also another truck. So, all right, let me start over. There are 2 trucks that race out after you. That was the second one. The first one is right off at the beginning. The second thing you want to do is destroy all of these spotlights. There are 10 total. That yields you another one. Currently, as you just saw, we just got the 7th. There are 2 billboards up high, one on the left and one on the right that we're getting close to right now. We want to get both of those, each yielding a mini kit. Then there is also a key that the statue is holding. We just drove by it. You can see there's one of the billboards up there. We didn't get it yet. We were trying to keep it as simple as possible. And there's the 10th spotlight, so we got our 3rd mini kit. So we've taken out both trucks now, and we've got the spotlights. Now we're going to focus on the billboards, and we're going to also focus on the taxi. There is a taxi on the left side of the street. We've pretty much made one lap now, as you can see. That is the silver box number 1, is what we're going to call it. It's not the first one we blast, but that's the first one we see, so we'll call it number 1. There is a mini kit for blasting all 3 of the silver boxes. So we want to make sure we get all 3, so don't blast the same one ever. Each time you knock one down and it hits the big robot and then you hurt him, it resets those. So as you can see, we will methodically get those for you. There's the second one. We're not going to get number 2 yet either. There's the taxi. Boom. 5 mini kits accomplished now. We did get one of the billboards back there in case you missed it. And the key is right up in that Lego. If you look right in the background right now, right in the middle, right behind the Joker Stater, that is where the key is that we will shoot. We will catch that on the next lap. And that's number 3 silver box. And that's actually the first one we take out. Don't ask me why, just the timing. But so yeah, we're going to drive around and boom, there is the other billboard. We are making great progress now. So once we get comfortable with both trucks, both billboards, all 10 spotlights, and then the key, we will be at 6. Then we will get 7 for the silvers, 8 for a chopper, 9 for these purple things coming up. But they're all kind of in order. You have to basically follow what we do in the video and what I'm describing to you, and get them all in the order, and you won't miss any of them. On the other hand, this level's pretty fun. You yield a lot of studs if you're going for the 10 million. You're going to do some farming along the way, I'm sure. You will most certainly have fun playing this level, shooting everything and everybody. Alright, so there's number 2, silver box. We're going to pass it up again, shooting everything else. We already got the taxi that was right along the street there, so we're good there. Now here's the key. Boom! See us blast it right out of there. So now we're sitting on 7 mini kits. And we're going to want to go ahead and basically all that we have left now are the 3 silver boxes. And there's the first one that we blast. Boom! So we take it down, and now we can actually damage the robot. You can see it's got a little health meter. You have to hit him above the waist, because that wouldn't be fair hitting him below the belt now, would it? Not that his robot junk would feel it anyways. Or as my wife now calls them, robot hangy bags. So she'd kill me if she heard me saying that. Good thing she don't watch my videos. So yeah, once we complete the first health sequence there, we take them all the way down. A little cutscene kicks in, and then we will actually be available to take out a couple more mini kits. One is there is a series of purple Joker canisters. There's the first one right there. Boom, blasted. There are 5 in total that we have to get. Once we get all 5, we'll go ahead and blast another silver box, and that will take us. We'll have 2 of 3 silver boxes at this point. We'll hit the robot, knock him down, and we'll move on to another cutscene. Make sure, as you can see, you know, honestly, on this stage, after you've knocked the robot down once, as long as you can control your swaying back and forth when the silver boxes come, you should be able to just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and most of the rockets will be hit with your fire, and you'll collect a ton of studs for destroying stuff, and you'll also get the purple boxes. Worst case scenario, you blow up and you lose a few studs. Be very careful not to blow the silver boxes up though, because it's real easy to be swaying back and forth and forget where you are and destroy one that you've already got. And you don't want to do that, because then you'll miss out on one of the mini kits. Booyakashow! Superhero! Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so we're looking for that one more purple box. There it is. Alright, mini kit 8 of 10. Alright, so now we are ready to take out another silver box. And since we didn't take out number 1 the first time, we're going to go ahead and take out the number 1 box, which is really number 2 for us. So now we took out number 3 first and number 1 second, and eventually we'll take out number 2, which is on the right-hand side during the park sequence there. So now we're just going to blast him and take him down. Once we take him down and the cutscene kicks again, there is a chopper that appears on the right-hand side of your screen. We're not quite there yet as far as the map is concerned, but it'll be just kind of hanging over there, and we'll point them out to you. You may have to do an extra lap to get them, but rest assured, you could do 20 laps if you wanted. You could never end this and just farm studs all day long, I'm sure, if you wanted. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here to get the 10 mini kits, and yeah. Now, there's also a citizen in peril, and I actually forgot to mention it. And I'll say this: you can't hardly even see the citizen in peril or what you have to shoot, but I would bet money that everybody gets it just by shooting back and forth along the way. You know, basically, it's on the right-hand side, and he's in a tree, and it's after the very first curve. So we're more or less right about where he is. We're a little bit past it. But yeah. Anyways, there is a citizen in peril. Just watch the right-hand side, especially right after you start, and you should see him. Which is, you know, by box number 1 for reference. So this is a pretty eventful level. All 10 mini kits and a citizen in peril, and, you know, we get a handful of studs as well. Pretty sweet. Alright, so we've almost knocked him down. So another little key point of interest here is that you can blast the robot and get his health all the way down to pretty much nothing, and then quit shooting him, and it'll regain power. So you got to focus on that. Any contact you break from shooting him will actually benefit him, and he'll recover from it. Alright, so here we go. We're going to get in our last cutscene, and then we're going to get to the chopper. And then once we take out the chopper, we'll go ahead and blast silver box number 2, which we're about to pass number 1 right now, so be careful not to shoot number 1 or number 3, you know, or if you're doing them in a different order, just, you know, make sure that you didn't get the ones that you've already got. So here we go. Here comes the chopper up here. It's going to be right up here in this next little sequence up here on the right. So that's the one we need to blast, but we're not going to blast it yet. To get past that big robot where the key was, watch the right-hand side and see that chopper hanging out there. Boikashow, number 9. So be very careful not to blast that last one, too. We have to pass one more silver box because the next one would be number 1. We already got it. Once we get to the next silver box, we will go ahead and blast it. So here comes number 1 on the right. Boom. And then the next one's coming up now on the right as well. But you gotta wait for it. So once you get to the big Lego statue where the key was, it's gonna be hanging out on your right. So we're almost there. Boom! Yeah! Alright, so I was wrong. It's before the key. My bad. My bad. And so now we've got all of them. So now we got to go ahead and finish off the robot. No homo. That's right. It's robotic. It's no gender. Even though it is Joker, who I assume was a male at one point. And then we finish up with the last cutscene here. That doesn't look good, huh?
It's beautiful. It's also visible from space, you idiot.
Who's this dork? Look at all these dudes. Clean up on aisle Batman. Look at this. Batman needing to call in everybody. It's kind of unfair. There's 2 of them. And like what? Thinning out their numbers. Woohoo! Core instability. Booyakashow! Alright, that's going to go ahead and wrap up LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes Level 13 walkthrough, also known as Core Instability, which we just got the trophy for. That's awesome. We are almost to the end of this journey. Thanks for your support. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe. Most of you probably already have by now that are watching all these. We appreciate that. Get on over to Twitter, @HappyThumbs. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/HappyThumbsGaming. And as always, until next time. See ya.